The prophecy said the chosen one would have a birthmark, pure heart, and mate bond with the Alpha King. My twin sister has all three. I have none. She's the hero destined to save the world. I'm the evil twin everyone fears. But when the ancient enemy attacks and she fails, they realize the prophecy didn't choose wrong. It chose the stronger twin. The one they've been suppressing for 23 years, me, and I'm done playing weak. My tower room has one window. It faces the palace courtyard where, right now, my twin sister Solara is being celebrated. Again. I can hear the cheers from here. See the golden light of her power creating aurora displays in the sky. Watch as Alpha King Thuron lifts her hand in victory. Another demon horde defeated. Another village saved. Another triumph for the chosen one. Another day where I'm locked away like a dirty secret. You're starring again. I don't turn from the window. I'm allowed to stare, Corvus. It's literally the only entertainment I have. My crow familiar lands on the windowsill. He's the only visitor I'm permitted. The only living thing that doesn't fear me. The celebration is for the Battle of Thornridge, Corvus reports. Your sister defeated 17 demons single-handedly. 17, impressive. My voice is flat. You could have defeated 70. Yes, but I'm the evil one, remember. Can't have me using my terrifying shadow magic to save people. Might corrupt them. 23 years of this. 23 years of watching my twin sister become everything I was denied. We're identical in appearance. Same face, same build, same silver-white hair. But where her eyes are gold, blessed, pure, chosen mine are crimson, blood red. The mark of corruption, they said when I was born. Where her magic is light, radiant, healing, beautiful, mine is shadow, dark, powerful, wrong. The prophecy was clear. Twins born under the blood moon, one blessed with light to save the realm, one cursed with darkness to destroy it. Guess which one I am? Except they got it wrong. I've spent 23 years in this tower, 23 years wearing magic suppressors that dampen my power to barely a flicker, 23 years being told I'm dangerous, evil, a threat. And in all that time, I've never hurt anyone. My sister, the blessed one, I've watched her accidentally injure servants with her uncontrolled power, seen her cruelty disguised as righteousness, witnessed her use her chosen one's status to justify anything. But she has golden eyes and light magic, so she's the hero. I have crimson eyes and shadow magic, so I'm the villain. The Alpha King is coming, Corvus warns. I tense, Thuron here. With your sister and your parents. This is unusual. I get weekly visits from my parents, duty visits where they check I'm still alive and the suppressors are working. But Thuron rarely comes. He's too busy being my sister's fated mate. The door unlocks, opens, and they file in like I'm a museum exhibit. My father, Alpha Magnus. My mother, Luna Celeste. My identical twin sister, Solara, glowing with post-battle radiance. And Alpha King Thuron, dark-haired, golden-eyed, powerful, bonded to my twin by prophecy and fate. He's never looked at me with anything but fear and distrust. Nix, my father says. His voice is always careful around me, like I might explode. We need to speak with you. Let me guess. Solara defeated more demons and you want me to congratulate her from my prison. Done. Congratulations, sister. Solara's perfect face twists with annoyance. Must you always be so bitter? I'm literally locked in a tower for existing. Bitter seems appropriate. You're here for everyone's safety, my mother says. Your power is dangerous, corrupted, evil. I know the speech, mother. I've heard it for 23 years. Thuron steps forward, and I see it tension. Worry, something's wrong. The demon attacks are escalating, he says. What Solara defeated today was just a scouting party. The seers have had a new vision. My stomach drops. How bad? The Void King is awakening. My father's voice shakes. The ancient enemy, the one the original prophecy warned about, he's breaking free from his prison, and when he does... The realm ends, I finish. I know the stories. The prophecy says only the chosen one can stop him, Solara says. She says it with such confidence, such certainty. I'll train harder, get stronger. I'm ready to face him. But they're all looking at me, not her. Why are you here? I ask slowly. Thuron and my father exchange glances. The seers had another vision, Thuron says carefully, about the final battle, about what it will take to defeat the Void King. And they saw, both of you, fighting together, twin powers combined, light and dark in balance. I laugh, actually laugh. You want me to help, the evil, corrupted twin, the one you've suppressed and feared my entire life. It's not about what we want, my father says. It's about survival. If the Void King rises and we don't stop him, everyone dies, everything ends. So let me understand this correctly. I stand, walk toward them, watch them all flinch except Thuron, who holds his ground. For 23 years, you've treated me like a monster, locked me away, suppressed my magic, denied me everything. But now, when you need power, when the Chosen One's blessed light isn't enough, now you want the evil twin's help. Silence. What do I get out of it? I ask. The satisfaction of saving the world, Solara suggests. The world that imprisoned me, that world. Freedom, Thuron says quietly. If you help us defeat the Void King, you get freedom. No more tower, no more suppressors, full pardon. I study him, he means it. Fine, I'll help, but not because I care about your world or your prophecy, because I'm tired of this tower. And if fighting the Void King gets me out, I smile. It's not a nice smile. Then let's go save the realm you never let me be part of. My father nods to the guard, who unlocks my magic suppressors. The moment they release, power explodes from me. Shadow magic, pure, overwhelming, 23 years of suppressed power unleashed. The room plunges into darkness. My crimson eyes glow. Shadows writhe around me like living things. Everyone, except Thuron, stumbles back in fear. And I feel alive for the first time in 2 decades. Oh, I breathe. I'd forgotten what this feels like. Control it, my mother shouts. I pull the shadows back with effort, but they linger around me, eager, hungry. This is why we kept you suppressed, my father says, voice shaking. No, I meet his eyes. You kept me suppressed because you were afraid, not of what I'd do, but of what I could be, because deep down you've always known the truth. What truth? Solara demands. I smile at my identical twin, my opposite, my supposedly superior half. That I'm stronger than you, that the prophecy might have chosen wrong, and that terrifies all of you. The shadows around me pulse with power. And in Thuron's golden eyes, I see something shift. Not fear. Curiosity. They want to assess my combat capabilities. Translation. They want to see if I'm as dangerous as they fear. The training grounds are empty, except for the royal family, Thuron, and elite guards positioned around the perimeter, just in case I go rogue. Solara stretches in the center of the ring. Her light magic creates a golden aura around her. She's fought thousands of battles, trained her entire life. I've been in a tower with suppressors for 23 years. This should be a massacre. First blood or yield? I ask. First blood, Solara says confidently. Thuron raises his hand. Begin. Solara doesn't hesitate. Golden light explodes from her hands, a beam of pure energy aimed straight at my chest. I should dodge. Instead, I raise one hand. Shadows erupt, meet her light. The collision is spectacular. Gold versus crimson black, light versus dark. We're perfectly matched. For about 3 seconds. Then my shadows start consuming her light. Solara's eyes widen. She pushes harder, more power, everything she has. My shadows keep advancing. Impossible, my father breathes. It's not impossible, it's just, I'm stronger. I've always been stronger. 23 years of suppression didn't make me weak. It made me desperate to prove I'm not the monster they fear. But it also made me angry. And anger, channeled correctly, is power. My shadows surround Solara. Don't hurt her, just contain her, pin her in place. Her light flares desperately. But shadows consume light. It's just physics. Or magic, whatever. Yield, I say quietly. Never, she pushes harder. So I push harder too. My shadows tighten, not enough to hurt, just enough to make the point. Solara's light sputters, dies. She collapses to her knees, exhausted. I release the shadows immediately. Silence. Everyone staring at me. At the evil twin, who just defeated the chosen one in under 2 minutes. How? My mother whispers. I turn to her. Because you've spent 23 years suppressing me while training her. She's gotten complacent, sloppy. She knows she's the chosen one, so she doesn't push herself. But me, I smile without humor. I've had nothing but time to imagine what I could do if I was ever free, and now I am. Thuron steps forward. He's not afraid, interested. Again, he says, but this time you spar with me. Fighting the Alpha King is different than fighting my sister. Solara is powerful, blessed, but she's never really had to struggle. Thuron has fought for everything, clawed his way to becoming the most powerful alpha alive through blood and sacrifice. When we clash, it's like worlds colliding. His wolf power, raw, primal, overwhelming, meets my shadow magic. We're both holding back, testing, learning. His speed is incredible. My defenses hold. His strength is massive. My shadows redirect the force. We move like a deadly dance, neither giving ground. And then I make a mistake. My focus slips for half a second. He gets inside my guard. His hand catches my wrist. Skin contact. And something snaps. A bond, sudden, overwhelming. Gold and crimson light exploding between us. We both freeze, staring at each other. No, Solara's voice cracks from the sidelines. No, that's not possible. But it is possible. Because the mate bond isn't with her. It's with me. The evil twin, the corrupted one. The one who was never supposed to be chosen. Thuron and I break apart, both breathing hard. The bond hums between us, undeniable. This changes nothing, my father says desperately. The prophecy clearly states. The prophecy is wrong, I say, voice shaking. How many times does fate have to scream that at you before you listen? I turn to Solara, my sister, my identical twin who's had everything I was denied. The birthmark, the pure heart, the mate bond. You were supposed to have all three, but you don't have the bond, do you, sister? Tears stream down her perfect face. Thuron and I, we're happy together. We don't need a bond. You've been faking it. The realization hits me. For how long? 3 years, Thuron says quietly. We thought. The prophecy said we were meant to be together, so we assumed the bond would form eventually. We went through the mating ceremony, told everyone we felt it, but there was never a bond. I laugh, bitter, angry. So the chosen one doesn't have the mate bond, which means by the prophecy's own criteria, she's missing one of the 3 signs. But I bet you all just ignored that, didn't you? Because it's easier to believe the twin with golden eyes is the hero. Your eyes are crimson, my mother says, the mark of corruption. Or the mark of power, my shadows flare. You decided I was evil the moment I was born because I looked different. You never gave me a chance, never let me prove I could be good. You just locked me away and threw away the key. We did what the prophecy demanded, my father says. The prophecy you're now realizing was wrong about everything. I turn to leave. I'll help you fight the Void King. I agreed to that. But after he's defeated, I'm done. With this family, with this kingdom, with all of you. I storm toward the exit. Nix, wait, Thuron starts. Don't, I don't look back. You've been mated to my sister for 3 years. Fake bond or not, you chose her. The prophecy, the kingdom, everyone chose her. So don't pretend the mate bond between us changes anything. It changes everything. For you, maybe. For me, it's just another reminder that I get the scraps. The leftover chosen one magic nobody wanted. The evil twin fate. I leave them all standing there. And return to my tower. Because even with the suppressors off, even with my power free. This is still my prison. Just a bigger one now. The attack comes 3 days later. I'm in my tower room when the darkness hits. Not my shadows, something else, something ancient and wrong. The Void King. Alarms blare. I run to the window. The sky is tearing open, reality ripping like paper, and through the tear I see Him. Massive, made of living darkness, eyes like dying stars. The Void King in all his terrible glory. And he's not alone. An army of void demons pour through the tear, hundreds of them, thousands. I watch Solara and Thuron lead our forces into battle, watch their power clash against the void. Watch them start to lose. Because the Void King isn't like the demons Solara's been defeating. He's the source, the original darkness. And light alone can't stop him. I see Solara's power failing, see Thuron getting overwhelmed. See my parents trying to hold the line. They're going to die. All of them. And part of me, a dark, bitter part, wants to let them. They imprisoned me, feared me, denied me everything. Why should I save them? But I'm not evil. I've never been evil. I'm just tired of being treated like I am. My shadows explode from me. And I leap from the tower window. Shadow wings catch me, carry me into battle. Straight toward the Void King. Everyone sees me coming. Sees the evil twin, diving into the apocalypse with darkness streaming behind her. Half of them probably think I'm joining the Void King. But then my shadows slam into his army. And I start destroying demons by the dozen. Shadow blades, shadow chains, shadow spears. 23 years of suppressed power unleashed in glorious destruction. I am magnificent. And the Void King notices. He turns those dying star eyes on me. And LUGHS. Finally, his voice shakes reality. The strong twin EMERGES. I was beginning to think they'd keep you caged forever. I freeze. You knew about me. I have been waiting for you, child of shadow. Your weakling sister could never stop me, but you. His smile is terrible. You might actually make this interesting. And he attacks. The Void King's attack isn't physical. It's pure darkness, void energy that dissolves matter. Solara's light shields would shatter against it. My shadows. They absorb it. Because shadow and void aren't the same thing. Shadow is the absence of light, natural, necessary, balanced. Void is the absence of everything, destruction personified. And somehow, instinctively, I know how to fight it. My shadows weave into barriers, redirect his void blasts, turn his own darkness against him. We clash in the sky above the battlefield, crimson and black versus absolute nothing. Below, I hear Solara screaming, "Nyx, get away from him, you'll be corrupted." But I'm not being corrupted. I'm winning. For the first time in my life, I'm using my full power. No suppressors, no fear, no holding back. And it feels glorious. The Void King seems genuinely surprised. Remarkable. 23 years in a cage and you fight like a queen. I am a queen, I snarl. I just never had a kingdom. Then take mine. His offer rumbles through reality. Join ME, rule the void, have the power they denied you. For a split second, I'm tempted. Power, recognition, freedom from the family that imprisoned me. But I look down at the battlefield. At Thuron fighting beside my sister. At my parents desperately holding the line. At innocent people dying. They feared me, suppressed me, treated me like a monster. But they're still MY people. No, I say, I'm not joining you, I'm stopping you. Foolish girl, you cannot stop me alone. Then it's lucky I'm not alone. Golden light explodes beside me. Solara, flying on wings of pure radiance. My sister, my opposite, my supposedly superior twin. She looks terrified, but she's here. I don't like you, she says. And you don't like me, but he's right about one thing, we're stronger together. I glance at her. You really think you can keep up? Try me. The Void King roars. And we attack together. Twin magic, light and shadow, blessed and cursed. Perfectly balanced. For the first time in our lives, Solara and I fight as equals. Her light burns, my shadows strangle. Her radiance blinds, my darkness suffocates. Together, we're unstoppable. The Void King staggers back, actually hurt. Impossible, he bellows. The prophecy said. The prophecy was incomplete, I scream back. And I suddenly understand. The prophecy said, one blessed with light to save the realm. It said, one cursed with darkness to destroy it. But it never said the Dark One would destroy the realm. What if I'm meant to destroy the void? What if, cursed with darkness, means I'm the only one who can fight darkness? Light against void is weak, a candle against the abyss. But shadow against void. That's fighting fire with fire. Solara, I shout, I need you to trust me. What? Give me your power, channel through me. That's insane, it'll kill you. Do it. She hesitates, 1 second, 2. Then golden light streams from her into me. Light and shadow mixing, in me, through me. It should tear me apart. Instead, it makes me complete. My crimson eyes blaze. My shadows turn silver-edged with light. I am light and dark, blessed and cursed. I am balance. And I pour everything into one massive attack. Shadowlight, dark radiance, void-consuming power. It slams into the Void King. And he screams. For the first time in 10,000 years, the Void King feels pain. He retreats, back through the tier in reality. His army collapses, dissolving without their master. The tier seals shut. Silence. Then cheering. We won. Solara and I float down to the battlefield. The moment my feet touch ground, I collapse. Thuron catches me. Nix. I'm fine, just used too much power. I'm lying, I'm not fine. Combining our magic nearly killed me. But I'm alive. And we won. Solara lands beside us. She looks exhausted but alive. Our eyes meet. For the first time in 23 years, I see something other than resentment in my twin's face. Respect. You saved us, she says quietly. We saved each other, I correct. My father approaches, tears streaming down his face. Nix, we were wrong about everything. The prophecy, your power, you. Yes, you were. I stand on shaky legs. But we can discuss that later. Is he really gone? For now, one of the seers says. She's ancient, wise. But he'll return in days, maybe hours. This was just round 1. Then we prepare for round 2, Thuron says. His hand is still on my arm. The mate bond hums between us. Solara sees it. Her face crumples. And I realize she's losing everything. The chosen one status, the mate bond, the glory. Part of me feels satisfied, justice. But a larger part feels sad. We're sisters, identical twins. We should have been allies. Instead, the prophecy made us enemies. Solara, I say. She looks at me with golden eyes, so like mine, but completely different. We need to talk, privately. We meet in the royal garden, neutral ground. Solara sits on a marble bench, perfect, radiant, the chosen one. I stand, dressed in black, crimson-eyed, the evil twin. You wanted to talk, she says, voice carefully neutral. The prophecy was wrong about everything, I say bluntly. The mate bond is with me, not you. I'm stronger than you. And yet you've lived as the princess while I rotted in a tower. How does that feel? She flinches, justified. Try again. Silence, then, guilty. I wasn't expecting that. I'm not an idiot, Nix, she continues, tears forming. I know you're stronger, I've always known. Even when we were children before the suppressors, your magic was brighter, bigger, better. Then why didn't you say anything? Because I was terrified. She looks at me with genuine fear. If they realized you were the stronger twin, what would happen to me? I'd be the useless one, the extra, so I let them fear you, let them suppress you, because it kept me safe, kept me special. You chose your status over your sister. Yes, she sobs. I'm not the hero, Nyx, I never was. I'm selfish and scared, and I've built my entire life on a lie. The fake mate bond with Thuron. The chosen one prophecy, all of it. And now everyone's going to know. They already know. They saw us fight together, saw that I'm stronger. So what happens now? You become the chosen one. You get Thuron, the crown, everything. I don't want everything. I sit beside her. I just want to not be treated like a monster. I want freedom, a life, but Solara, I don't want to destroy you to get it. She looks at me, shocked. Why not? I deserve it. Maybe, but you're still my sister, my twin, and maybe the prophecy was wrong because it tried to split us, make one good, one evil, when really we're supposed to be both, together. Light and shadow balanced. Exactly. We sit in silence. Then Solara asks the question I've been dreading. Do you love him, Thuron? The mate bond pulses. I don't know him well enough to love him, but the bond is real, I know. She wipes her eyes. He and I, we care about each other, but it's not a mate bond. I felt the difference when you two touched. The real thing versus what we were faking. I'm sorry. Don't be, I made my choice. I lied to keep my status. Now I face consequences. She stands. I'll step aside, publicly admit the truth, that I'm not his mate, not the real chosen one, that the prophecy chose you. Solara, it's the right thing to do, maybe the first right thing I've done in years. She looks at me. I've been the villain in your story, Nyx. Let me at least end it with some dignity. She walks away, leaving me alone in the garden. With a mate bond I didn't ask for. A destiny I never wanted. And the weight of becoming the chosen one, when all I wanted was to be free. I find Thuron in the war room. He's studying maps, battle plans, preparing for the Void King's return. We need to talk, I say. He looks up. Those golden eyes that should belong to Solara by prophecy, but are mine by fate. I was wondering when you'd come. I close the door. The mate bond is real. I felt it the moment we touched, and I've been feeling it grow stronger every moment since. He sets down the maps. Nyx, I need to explain about Solara and me. She already did. You faked the bond to fulfill the prophecy. It's more complicated than that. He runs a hand through dark hair. When the prophecy said the chosen one would be my mate, we both assumed it was Solara. She had the birthmark, the power. Everyone expected it. So when we met and felt compatible, we thought that was it. But no actual bond. No sparks, no pull, no overwhelming need to be near each other. He steps closer. Not like what I feel with you. The bond flares. I feel it too. That magnetic pull, that certainty. I spent 3 years with the wrong woman, Thuron continues. Caring about her, yes, but not this. His hand reaches for mine, stops. May I? I nod. Our fingers touch. The bond, EXPLODES. Gold and crimson light, overwhelming connection. I gasp, he does too. We're pulled together, his arms around me, my hands fisting in his shirt. This, he breathes against my hair, this is what I've been missing, what I didn't know I needed, you. I'm not the golden princess, I warn. I'm the dark twin, the one everyone fears. You're the strongest person I've ever met. You spent 23 years in a prison and came out unbroken. You saved the realm, you're magnificent. I'm terrifying. Yes, magnificently terrifying. He pulls back just enough to see my face. And I want you, not because prophecy says so, because I choose you. The mate bond just makes it official. What about Solara? I care about her, I'll always care about her, but I don't love her, not the way. He stops. The way what? The way I'm already falling for you. My breath catches. No one has ever said that to me. No one has ever chosen me. Thuron, I don't know how to do this. I've never. The tower, the suppressors, I've never had anything normal. I don't know how to be someone's mate. Neither do I. We'll figure it out together. His thumb brushes my cheek. But Nyx, I need you to know I want you. Not the prophecy, not your power. You, the woman who fought a god to save people who imprisoned her. The woman with crimson eyes and shadow magic and more strength than anyone gives her credit for. I'm still angry, at everyone, at the world. Be angry, you've earned it, but maybe. Direct some of that anger at the Void King when he returns. I laugh, actually laugh, using me as a weapon. Using you as my queen, my mate, my equal. I'm stronger than you. I know, it's attractive. The bond pulses with warmth, agreement, rightness. And before I can overthink it, I kiss him. It's my first kiss. And it's perfect. The mate bond flares, light and shadow mixing, balanced. When we break apart, we're both breathing hard. The Void King returns in 3 days, Thuron says. Until then, stay with me, let me know you, as my mate, not the prophecy's chosen one. I don't want to be the chosen one. Too bad, you are, but you don't have to do it alone. You have me. You have Solara, whether you like her or not, she's your ally now. You have a kingdom that's starting to realize they were wrong about you. They're terrified of me. Good, be terrifying, be powerful, be dark and dangerous and everything they feared. But be ours, this kingdom's, mine. I look at him, this alpha king who should have been my sister's. And I make a choice. Not for prophecy, not for destiny. For me. Okay, I say. 3 days, we prepare for war. We let people see that the evil twin is actually their best chance at survival. And then we kill a god. Together. Together. And for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. The next day, the entire kingdom gathers. Emergency assembly. Everyone wondering if the Void King is back. I stand on the royal balcony beside Thuron. Solara is on his other side. The 3 of us, the prophecy triangle. My father speaks first. 3 days ago, the Void King attacked. We survived because of our daughters, both of them. Murmurs in the crowd. They saw the battle, saw me fighting. Saw the evil twin, saving them all. The prophecy, my father continues, voice shaking, was incomplete. We misunderstood. For 23 years, we feared the wrong twin, suppressed her, imprisoned her, and that was our greatest mistake. My mother steps forward, tears on her face. Nyx, our daughter, we're sorry, we were afraid, and we let that fear make us cruel. It's the first time they've apologized. Part of me wants to reject it, make them suffer. But I'm tired of being angry. I accept your apology, I say. My voice carries across the crowd. But apologies don't erase 23 years, don't erase the pain, the isolation, the fear you put in me every single day. We know, my father says, and we'll spend the rest of our lives making it right. Solara steps forward. I have a confession. The crowd goes silent. The mate bond with Alpha King Thuron, it was never real. We faked it, pretended, because the prophecy said the chosen one would be his mate. But the real bond, she looks at me, is with Nyx, the true chosen one. Chaos in the crowd. People shouting, arguing, some angry, some shocked. Thuron raises his hand. Silence falls. Nyx Shadowborn is my fated mate, he declares. The bond is real, undeniable, and I choose her. Not because prophecy demands it, because she's worthy. She's strong, brave, powerful. She saved us all. And she's the woman I want at my side. He takes my hand, in front of everyone. The mate bond flares, visible gold and crimson light. Undeniable proof. In 3 days, the Void King returns, I say. My voice doesn't shake. He'll bring an army, he'll try to destroy everything. And the prophecy says only the chosen one can stop him. I let that sink in. I'm the chosen one, not because I have a birthmark or pure heart or golden eyes, but because I have the power, shadow magic, the one force that can fight the void. And I will fight. I will protect this kingdom, not because you deserve it, not because you've been kind to me, but because it's right. The crowd is silent. listening. I'm not asking for your love or even your acceptance. I'm asking you to follow me into battle. Let the Dark Twin lead. Let the corrupted one be your champion. And when the Void King falls, I smile, dangerous. Maybe then you'll realize that darkness isn't evil, it's just power, and I'm going to use that power to save you all. The silence breaks, and to my shock, they cheer. Not everyone, some still look afraid. But enough to matter. I look at Thuron, he's grinning. At Solara, she's crying but nodding. At my parents, they look proud. For the first time. And I realize I've won. Not through prophecy, not through destiny. Through choice. I chose to fight for people who feared me. I chose to be better than they expected. I chose to prove them wrong. And now, I'm getting everything they denied me. Power, recognition, a mate, a kingdom. Freedom. 3 days isn't much time to prepare for the apocalypse. But I make it work. I train soldiers, not in light magic, in shadow. Your fear of darkness has made you weak, I tell them. Shadow isn't evil, it's a tool, and I'm going to teach you how to use it. Some refuse, too afraid of being corrupted. But many stay, learn. I teach them shadow shields, shadow weapons, how to use darkness against the void. Solara works alongside me, teaching light magic, creating balance. Twin magic, working together instead of in opposition. You're good at this, she admits one evening. Teaching, leading. I've had 23 years of watching you lead, learning what not to do. She winces. I deserved that. Yes, you did. We stand in silence. Then, are we ever going to be okay, as sisters? I consider it. I don't know, you hurt me, for years. Let them hurt me. I can forgive that eventually, but I'll never forget it. I don't expect you to forget. Just, maybe someday we can be more than enemies who fight together. Maybe, someday. It's not forgiveness, but it's not hatred either. It's a start. Thuron finds me later, in my tower room. I haven't moved out yet, can't quite bring myself to. You don't have to stay here anymore, he says gently. I know, but this was my prison for 23 years. Now it's, I don't know, my space. Mine by choice instead of force. Then we'll make it ours. He wraps his arms around me from behind. Move my things in, make this our chambers. The Alpha King, living in a tower instead of a palace. The Alpha King living with his mate, wherever she wants. The bond hums, content. Tell me about the Void King, I say. Everything we know. He's ancient, created when the world was young, made of pure void, absence of everything. Light, matter, life. But not shadow. Shadow is different. Shadow exists because of light, it's natural. Void is unnatural, wrong. So my power is his opposite. Exactly, which is why he wants you. He said you'd make it interesting. He wants to corrupt me, turn me into a weapon for him. Can he? I think about it. No, because I've spent 23 years being told I'm corrupted, being treated like I'm evil, and I'm not. I'm just powerful. He can't corrupt what's already accepted its own darkness. That's my mate. Thuron kisses my neck. Dark, dangerous, and impossible to corrupt. Stop distracting me. We're strategizing. We have 3 days. Let me have a few hours to just be with you, as your mate, not as soldiers preparing for war. The bond pulls, warm, insistent. And I realize I want this too. Not the prophecy, not the chosen one burden. Just him, us. Okay, I say softly. A few hours, then we save the world. Then we save the world. Day 3 arrives. The sky tears open at dawn. The Void King emerges, bigger than before, angrier. Daughter of Shadow, his voice shakes reality. 3 days to prepare, did it help? I stand at the head of the army, Thuron beside me, Solara on my other side. Behind us, thousands of soldiers, warriors, magic users. All following the evil twin into battle. It helped, I call back, because now they know the truth. I'm not the evil twin, I'm just the stronger one. The Void King LAUGHS. Then prove it. He unleashes his army. And we charge into the apocalypse. This time I'm ready. The soldiers I trained use shadow magic alongside light, creating balance. Solara and I fight side by side, twin magic in perfect harmony. Thuron leads his wolves in devastating charges. The mate bond lets me feel his presence, his strength. We're winning. For the first time, we're actually pushing the Void army back. The Void King watches, amused. Clever, he says, but not clever enough. He raises one massive hand. And the battlefield tears. Reality rips, not one tear, DOZNS. Void demons pour through from every direction. Thousands, tens of thousands. Too many. Fall back, Thuron shouts, to the palace. We retreat, fighting every step. Soldiers fall, die, consumed by void. We make it to the palace courtyard, last stand position. The Void army surrounds us, closes in. This is it, my father says, the final stand. But I'm not done. I look at Solara. Remember when we combined our power against him before? It nearly killed you. This time will be different. This time, I know what I'm doing. Nix, no. Solara, trust me, like I trusted you 3 days ago. She meets my crimson eyes with her gold. And nods. We clasp hands, twin to twin. And I open myself to her power. Golden light floods into me, mixes with my shadows. But this time, I don't just accept it. I transform it. Light becomes shadow radiance. Shadow becomes dark light. I am both. Blessed and cursed. Good and evil. Balanced. Everyone, I shout, my voice carrying across the battlefield. Channel your power through me, all of it. That's suicide, someone yells. No, Thuron says. He places his hand on my shoulder. It's transcendence. She's ascending, becoming what the prophecy really meant. Not the chosen one of light, Solara breathes. The chosen one of balance. One by one, they touch me. Mages, warriors, wolves, soldiers. Channeling their power, their hope, their fear, everything. Into me. I shouldn't be able to contain it. But the mate bond with Thuron grounds me. Solara's twin connection anchors me. And my shadow magic HOLDS. Power builds, massive, world-shaking. The Void King sees, his eyes widen. No, that's impossible, you can't. Watch me. I release everything. Not light, not shadow, not void. Balance. The attack explodes outward, a wave of perfect equilibrium. Where it touches void demons, they dissolve, can't exist in balance. Where it touches the tears, they seal, reality restored. Where it touches the Void King. He screams, "You're DSTROING me." Yes, because void isn't balanced, it's absence, and I'm presence, I'm everything you're not, light and dark, good and evil, all of it. The wave engulfs him. And the Void King, ancient enemy, god of nothing, destroyer of worlds, dies. His scream echoes across dimensions. Then silence. The Void army collapses, dissolving. The tears seal completely. The sky clears. And I fall. Thuron catches me. Nix. I'm okay, just tired, so tired. But alive. We won. I won. The evil twin just saved the world. 2 weeks later, I'm standing in the throne room. Wearing a dress, black and crimson, beautiful but deadly. My crimson eyes are no longer hidden. My shadow magic coils around me proudly. I am exactly who I was meant to be. The entire kingdom has gathered. My parents approach, my father carrying a crown. Not Solara's golden crown. A new one, silver and black, for the Shadow Queen. Nyx Shadowborn, he says formally. You saved the realm, proved the prophecy, became what we always feared you'd be, powerful beyond measure. But not evil, my mother adds. Never evil. We were wrong to fear you, wrong to cage you, and we're sorry. The crowd echoes, we're sorry. 23 years of imprisonment, fear, pain. Answered with 2 words. It should feel hollow. But somehow, it's enough. I forgive you, I say. Not because you deserve it, because I deserve peace. My father places the crown on my head. All hail Nyx Shadowborn, he declares. The true chosen one, the Shadow Queen, savior of the realm. All hail, the crowd roars. Thuron steps forward, takes my hand. And my mate, he adds, my equal, my queen. The mate bond flares, gold and crimson. Visible to everyone. Undeniable. Solara approaches. She's wearing simpler clothes now, no longer the chosen one. But she's smiling. Congratulations, sister, she says. Thank you, sister. We're not fully reconciled, might never be. But we're trying. And that's enough. The coronation feast is massive. But halfway through, the ancient seer approaches me. Your Majesty, she says, may I speak with you privately? Thuron and I follow her to a quiet chamber. The prophecy, she says without preamble, I need to tell you the truth. What truth? The full prophecy, the part we hid. My shadow magic flares. You hid parts. To protect you, she produces an ancient scroll, unrolls it, and reads. Twins born under the blood moon. One blessed with light to save the realm. One cursed with darkness to destroy it. But know this truth, spoken clear. The curse is not corruption, but power. The blessing is not strength, but compassion. And only when both unite as one. When shadow accepts light. When light accepts shadow. When good and evil become balance. Will the true chosen one emerge? Not one twin or the other, but both. Together. Always. Silence. We hid it, the seer continues, because we feared what it meant if both twins were the chosen one. If you needed both. We didn't understand, so we simplified it. Made Solara the hero, you the villain, and nearly destroyed everything. The prophecy chose both of us. I breathe. Yes, Solara's compassion and your power, her light and your shadow. Together, you're unstoppable. Apart, you're vulnerable. We should have raised you as partners. Instead, we made you enemies. I look at Thuron. He's stunned. All those years, I whisper. I could have had a sister, an ally, a friend. Instead, I had a rival. I'm sorry, the seer says. We were wrong. Everyone was wrong, I stand. But we're fixing it now. Solara and I are learning to work together. It's not perfect, but it's real. That's all the prophecy asks. Balance, not perfection. I leave the chamber. Find Solara. Pull her into a private room. The prophecy, I say. The real one, it was never about one of us. It was about both. I tell her everything. When I finish, she's crying. We could have been sisters, she sobs. Really sisters instead of whatever this is. We can still be sisters. It's not too late. Isn't it, after everything I've done? Solara, look at me. She meets my crimson eyes with her gold. I spent 23 years in a tower. I could spend the next 23 being angry about it, or I could spend them building something new, with you, as the twins we were supposed to be. I don't deserve. Neither do I, but we're getting it anyway. That's what prophecy is, what fate is. Second chances disguised as destiny. She hugs me. For the first time in our lives, my twin sister hugs me. And I hug her back. We're not fixed, not healed. But we're trying. And that's enough. I stand in my tower. But it's not a prison anymore. It's home. Thuron and I live here now. Our chambers, our sanctuary. The view from the window shows the kingdom below. Thriving, rebuilding. No longer afraid of their shadow queen. Learning to embrace darkness as balance, not evil. Solara visits weekly. We train together, fight together, learn to be sisters. It's awkward, sometimes painful. But it's real. My parents try. They apologize, work to make amends. I let them, slowly. The kingdom has changed. Shadow magic is taught alongside light. Balance is the new doctrine. And me. I'm finally free. Not because I escaped the tower. Because I chose to stop being a prisoner. Thuron wraps his arms around me from behind. What are you thinking? He murmurs. That the prophecy was right, just not the way anyone thought. How so? It said I was cursed with darkness to destroy. And I was. I destroyed the Void King, destroyed the fear, destroyed the old way of thinking. And built something better. We built something better, together. Light and shadow, king and queen, mates. The bond hums, content. Any regrets? He asks. I think about it. 23 years in a tower. Years of pain and fear and loneliness. No, I say honestly. Because all of it led here, to this, to you, to freedom, to becoming who I was always meant to be. The Shadow Queen. The balanced queen, light and dark, good and evil, all of it. He kisses my neck. That's my mate, destroying prophecies and rebuilding worlds. Just another day's work. We stand together, watching the sunset paint the sky crimson and gold. Like my eyes, like the bond between us. Like the future we're building. The prophecy tried to make me a villain. Instead, I became a queen. Not in spite of my darkness. Because of it. And that makes all the difference. Thank you for staying to the end. If you loved this story of mistaken identity, twin deception, and a rejection that changed everything, subscribe to her Fated Tailies. More epic stories await. Until next time.